3 things I would encourage you to do as we're harnessing the energy before the new moon and into the equinox. So we have a new moon on the 19th of December, and the December or winter equinox is the 21st. So I'm going to put it into 3 phases because we're a few days out from the new moon, and then there's a little bit of time between the new moon and the equinox. Right now, the call with us being at the darkest time of the year in the Northern Hemisphere, we are being asked to slow down. We are being asked to be quiet or get quiet or start to practice mindfulness. And that doesn't have to be, like sit down and meditate for an hour, especially if you're not a meditation girly, but you can start to put in some mindful practices. So every time you cross through a threshold, create the intention for what you're about to do. When you pick up the dishes, that's the only thing you're doing, is doing the dishes to sort of clear your mind. When you do laundry, again, how can you do that mindfully where you're as present as you possibly can be with the folding of the socks or, opening a drawer and putting your pants in, whatever. And the quieting, if you are someone who journals, now is a good time to journal. And the fewer things you can do just in general, like you still want your life to be running, but you want to start letting go of whatever loops you've been in. I should be doing this. I wanted to be doing that. I can't believe I'm late in this. As much as you can, we're releasing those continual loops of guilt or self-sabotage, and we're just trying to go through the next couple of days as quietly as we can. So part of the intention with that quietness is creating for yourselves, what am I no longer going to drag forward into the new moon? Now, the new moon is for seed planting. And part of the getting quiet last week, you may have already discovered what the seed planting is, but it's important that you slow your brain down and you get clear with the seed planting is not, and now this is what I do. We don't want to be doing, we want to be creating the big idea or getting crystal clear about what that big idea is, as simple as it can be. Not, I have to this, right? So hone into how you want your life to feel. Hone in on what you want your life to look at. And it could be a couple paragraphs that you're creating on the new moon of the seeds of the life that you want to grow into. And from that, take one thing. What's one thing in 3 or 6 months, what's that doing, that you could take on and get clear that if you got to that point, you would be in alignment for what your bigger goal is. Do a cute little ritual. We'll write it all down, light a nice candle and some incense, maybe take a nice long shower. Create your own little ritual around new beginnings and new seeds. Now, live in the energy of what that is, not how you're going to do it, not what the steps are to get there, but what it feels like when you got there until the equinox. Now we're in phase 3. The equinox is when you can start to take action, but my ask of you is that you start to look at what you have to release or remove or delete or say no to in order to get it. Not any amount of, I'm a human, I'm going to do more, better, different, because that doesn't work. So where can you see your energy has been leaching in a way that if you put something different in that spot, you would feel better? That's what we're looking for. That's the action that's going to set up the success and the feelings that you're going for. I want to be clear, during all of this, if you're a business person, you're not launching a new business. You're putting the seeds into the kind of business you want to have, and you might be putting out a long launch plan. You might have decided you're going to launch something in March, but it's not launching it next week, right? That kind of hustle, that's what we're getting away from. Same thing with like taking on new hobbies or going for a new health and fitness routine. We want to start to encompass how can we switch out what we have, plant seeds of what we're going for, and then see a path towards it. Let me know if that makes sense.